What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. I am your host, Slackerz. I'm battling a cold, as you can tell. So I'll try to, I was going to try to keep the speaking to a minimum, but that's going to be difficult for a video in which I need to talk. So never mind. If you haven't seen this before, very simple stuff. We took 100 characters, put them into this tournament, and then each day on the channel, I upload one of the matches from the tournament, and then I guess we'll just kind of vote between one of the two characters in the matchup. Which one would you rather see be a character in Smash Ultimate? Yeah, we just vote, and then voting, well, that's a part of the rules, so I'll just throw the rules up on screen for you guys real quick. All right, let's power through these real quick. So first one, yes, that is a rule, simply because we do have all sorts of random characters in here. We do have assist trophies, we have spirits, we have Mii costumes, we have characters that are disconfirmed. So if you like a character, feel free to drop a vote for him. No restrictions. If it was up to you, would you put the character in Smash Bros? All right, simple stuff there. But again, you do only get one vote per person. But that's also easy because, you know, excuse me there. But yeah, you only get one vote per person. How do you vote? That is very simple. Down in the comments, you simply type one of the two characters' names that you're going to vote for in the matchup for the day. So type their name. That's how you vote. Also simple. Rest of the rule. Oh, you are allowed to vote for both, by the way. You're allowed to vote for both by simply typing both. If you can't decide who to vote for, or if you really like both the characters, you can vote both. Totally cool. But the rest of the rules, double elimination tournament, meaning a character has to lose twice before being officially eliminated. And then once we get to the results to determine the winner and loser, if there happens to be a tie in the votes, I'll just flip a coin on camera. Best and fairest way to break a tie. And then each matchup only lasts for 1 week. So, as an example, today's Thursday. So, the voting wise will only last 1 week. So, like, we'll get the results of today's matchup next Thursday. Very simple there. So if they come in, any votes that come in after that, they just don't count. All right, enough of the rules. Let's go to the matchup and the results for the day. All right, so the results, which one was this? Results from last week was part of the winner's bracket, so whoever loses, still in the tournament. Both characters are still in, but it was a pretty good matchup. Two pretty big-name characters. It was Ryu Hayabusa from Ninja Gaiden taking on Tails from the Sonic series, and this one was separated by 10 votes total, and it was kind of a lot of the same pattern of how the voting goes usually. It's kind of like straight to the point. I guess no real story, basically. Here's the results. Ryu Hayabusa ended up winning this one, 40 votes, and Tails only had 30 votes. So Hayabusa moves on to the next round of the winner's bracket. Congrats to Hayabusa. Tails, again, still in the tournament. Just drops to the loser bracket. It's all good. Still in the tournament. He'll be coming up in a couple weeks again. So Tails will be back relatively shortly. So results are out of the way. This cold is just killing me, right? I can't get rid of it. It won't go away. And I've tried nothing. It's crazy. But let's talk about the matchup for the day. So today we do have Captain Syrup from the Wario series, and her opponent is Arthur from Ghosts and Goblins, old franchise. He is in the Marvel vs. Capcom series, but we'll talk about that a little bit. So let's see who's up first. I think it is it's Arthur. So excuse me. He is in Marvel vs. Capcom, first of all, which is a fighting franchise. So already you have somewhere you can pull kind of a little bit of inspiration from for a moveset, which is pretty cool. So Arthur, what makes him kind of a fun character, in my opinion, he's an actual, like, the knight with the steel armor. We don't have somebody dressed in the steel armor like he is, like a stereotypical knight, if that makes sense. We don't have somebody dressed up like that. So appearance-wise, kind of cool, a little something different. It would be a kind of a smaller character, but a fun mechanic you could have with him is because he's a small character and he's wearing that heavy armor knight. He's a small character, but he would be a heavy character. And then again, the armor comes back into play because in the Ghosts and Goblins game, when his armor gets damaged enough, it actually falls off. He like loses his armor, so he becomes basically, is it in the next, no, I got a screenshot, but basically he loses his armors and he's running around in his boxers. So it'd be kind of a cool little concept where you have like this small, heavy character, and then, takes enough damage. Oh, now he becomes a small, light character, and, couple good attacks, boom, he's gone. So it's going to take a little bit to kind of rack up damage on him, because obviously at first he'll have the knight armor, but then eventually he's not going to have it, and there he goes, goodbye. So, I don't know, a fun little kind of mechanic that he would have. Plus, I guess part of the moveset, he is a knight. He does have a lance, so you can do a bunch with that, charging attacks, just pokes, or something like that. I don't know, you can swipe it for tilt attacks, or, excuse me, for whatever you want. But again, Marvel vs. Capcom, if anybody's played that game, odds are you're going to know who Arthur is, so there's an idea for kind of a moveset already. So there's one that's, I guess you could kind of say it's ready-made, because, look, Smash is a fighting game, right? It is up for the awards today. The Game Awards are today. Let's go. Can't wait. We'll see if we actually get something. Yeah, we'll see. We'll see. But for Smash Bros. Related, I'm saying. But we'll see. Anyway, Arthur, fun character. Oh, here it is. The boxers. That'd be. Hey, look. It still works. Like it'd be a fun kind of gimmicky, quirky kind of character, which there's always room for that. So that's kind of cool. So I guess Capcom would get the rep in this one, right? Yeah. Does Capcom? I know that's an argument for some people. Like Capcom has enough reps, or there would be much better franchises and much better characters that Capcom owns that would make much better sense. Just Resident Evil as an example. Yes, I know they're spirits, but who cares? But Arthur, I think, would be kind of one that would make more sense. If Arthur would ever get in Smash Bros., he'd make much more sense as a base roster character, in my opinion. He doesn't really scream like, DLC for Smash Bros. To me, it doesn't scream, DLC. So I don't think Arthur really has too much of a chance, to be honest. But I don't know. There's still fans of the character out there somewhere. So let me know what you guys think about Arthur. But let's talk about Arthur's opponent real quick. Captain Syrup. Captain Syrup, first-party character, as I mentioned with pretty much every first-party character. Nintendo's a business. They want to make money. So any individual sales of just solely Captain Syrup, a little bit more profit for Nintendo. So business-wise, it would make sense. But from a fan perspective, could it make sense? Yeah, Captain Syrup does have a pretty decent-sized fan base. Her name does get thrown around a lot when a new Smash game gets announced. Mainly because people will talk about the Wario series and how it kind of deserves a second rep. I'm fully behind that. Wario does deserve a second rep, whether it is a Wario Land rep or whether it's a WarioWare rep. Whatever it is, the Wario series does deserve a second rep. So Captain Syrup would be a pretty fun character. Female pirate, which, come on, pirates? Like a straight up pirate. Not like a space pirate, not like Ridley, but I mean like a pirate sailing on the ships. You got treasure chest, you got sacks full of gold. Stuff like that would be pretty fun. Just kind of swinging around. Maybe you got an old, I don't even know if she has, what are the pistols that the pirates use? You got a, oh, sorry, I thought I was gonna sneeze. You got those pistols where you gotta actually like jam the gunpowder in it, and then you fire it, and then it takes forever to reload. That could be fun. I don't know if she has access to that, to be honest, though. But here's a couple ideas: fire tower, a bot drop, pod boost. All right, pod boost. That's easy. That's an up B recovery all day. Ram, I guess it's like is Ram like a shoulder tackle? I'm gonna guess something similar to that. I don't know if you would use it as a side special or maybe a forward smash. Just boom, quick shoulder tackle. Pretty easy to come up with and do. Fire tower. I don't know. Maybe that's a down special and she drops like a little projectile and a pillar of fire comes up, or I don't know, something like that would be kind of interesting. The character though. Would be kind of cool. Again, I got to bring up the argument because I always do. We still don't have a solo female character for Smash DLC. Now, I'm not saying that it does. I'm not saying it has to happen, but like, I mean, when I think about it, there's definitely categories that are like, all right, this could use improvements. This could get added upon. This could also get added upon. Females and villains. That's always the villains are. I always say is my number one thing I want to see more of. Captain Syrup's a villain. She's also a female. Kind of fills two categories here, which is kind of cool. And I guess kind of the same argument for Arthur, though, in my opinion. If Captain Syrup were to get in Smash Bros., she feels much more like a base roster character. I'll be completely honest. She doesn't. Again, to me she doesn't scream Smash DLC unless Nintendo officially announces, all right, the rest of the DLC characters are all going to be first party. Then you could probably say, all right, she could be in contention then. Just saying, but yeah, here's a couple mock-ups of different alternate skins that she could have. I like the one in the bottom left here. Can I zoom in on that a bit? Bottom left, she's got like the black eyes. I don't know. Like darker versions, I really like for some reason. Just like the complete, like an opposite, good to bad, bad to good, something like that. A flip flop. I don't know. I like styles like that. So she could have some fun outfits and whatever, but moveset definitely there for both characters. But we'll just I'm just gonna go to the voting for this one. Excuse me again. I gotta get over this cold. Anyway, go to the voting. Yeah. For me, Captain Syrup, she's got my vote in this one. Simple, easy. I'm not the biggest fan of Arthur, to be honest. I'm not really the biggest fan of Captain Syrup either. But if it were up to me and I had to pick between these two characters, Captain Syrup gets my vote. So that is going to be it for this one. By the time this video gets uploaded, let me think. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. The second this video gets uploaded, we're like 7.5 hours away from the Game Awards. It'll be fun. I cannot wait. Again, fingers crossed, because it's, again, by no means is there a guarantee we're getting a Smash Bros. Announcement. Could you imagine, though, for a second? I tweeted that out, too. I was like, could you imagine if the Game Awards, there's no Smash Ultimate reveal for Fighter Pack character number 5, or just no mention of Smash Bros. Whatsoever, besides them potentially winning awards? A lot of people would be like, yeah, I'd be pissed. I'd be upset. So just remember, it's not guaranteed to happen, but I think there's a decent chance it could happen. So, yeah, Game Awards coming up. I can't wait. But, yeah, let me know who you guys are voting for, either Captain Syrup or Arthur. That's going to be it for this one. So, little sneak peek for tomorrow. We do have Nightmare. I like Nightmare from Soul Calibur. That'd be an iconic character, in my opinion. But Nightmare's taking on Chrono from Chrono Trigger. So I think tomorrow could be a pretty good matchup, actually. And then we'll get the results for who? We'll get the results for Bandana Waddle Dee, and he's taking on Crash Bandicoot. So that should be a good one tomorrow. But that is it. Yeah, today's wrapping up. So hopefully we catch you guys on the next one. Peace out, everybody.